Did I find it? Am I back? Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry, there was a big move and I live in a different place now, and that made it difficult to keep the schedule going, but Iru's back more or less. Getting really intimidated by this game. The sheer scale of it. Scale that I find myself questioning. It definitely feels like they just made a world for the sake of making a world rather than filling it with content and puzzles and stuff to do. Like the sheer square footage of this game across so many linking books and across so many teleporting things. Like the sheer scale of this game versus the amount of things for me to do and solve in it at times is starting to feel really disproportionate. And what really summarized that for me was me loading the game today and being like, ah shit, I was at like the top of a spiral staircase, I guess. But you load into your Relto every time you play the game. So I had to find this place again. And it took like 20 minutes to figure out where in the game this place was located. Because I was like, I don't actually have a cohesive idea of where it was. I don't know. Having a big interconnected level gets sealed into your memory more, I think, when there's stuff to do in it, like puzzles to solve, or monsters to fight, or some kind of unique content that burns that content into your mind. Whereas, like, you know, like the Dark Souls or the Witness or something, like just something where there's like a bunch of stuff to do in said locations. But in this game, there's not really anything to do in a lot of these places. So I get here and it's like, I can't tell you what it's connected to in the map because I didn't really do anything memorable there. Is this a dead end? Oh no. Oh no, I just spent 20 minutes trying to find this place only to find that it was the top of a staircase that doesn't have any content under it. Huh. Hi there. Kind of tempted to just read something. One thing that bothers me is that I don't know what I'm doing or why in this game. Like, I know there's expansions, and I think I'm doing one of them maybe, but I don't know why, or what my goal is, or where I'm trying to go. So I'm just wandering around opening doors and finding more things that have, like, backstory about the Denis and stuff like that. But, like, I don't have this game doesn't really have a story, or, like, a structure to it. Especially now that I'm not doing the Yeesha 4-part thing. Especially now, I straight up don't know where to even look for what I'm trying to do, for the most part. And that bothers me. What's up with that ladder? Look, that creates an interesting conflict for me, because when I sit down to play, like, The Witcher or something, the ladder's not important, I just fire up The Witcher, and I just, you know, I go forward, and I explore, and I fight the things, or play the card games and whatnot, and a bunch of other games. Like, just in my schedule, whenever I want to record a game, you know, you go make forward progress through said game, or explore more and stuff. But in this game, I don't really have an incentive or a context for what I'm trying to do necessarily, which makes it difficult. So when I launch this game, I kind of just stare at it sometimes, and I'm like, I don't actually know where to go next, or what my goal should be, or what to do with this episode. And then I flail around. Like, I just spent 20 minutes looking for this place to find out there's nothing to do in it. Well, that's just sneaky. Look at you. I'm in the garden area, and you can hop on this spot, and you can actually see this here. Can I click on it from... Yep. Yeah. Cool, that doesn't actually lead to anything though, does it? Do I get new Relto changes? Oh. Those might be new. I don't really remember there being so many of these. Oh boy. I am platformer king, it is fine. What? Yep. And he's dead. It's okay. It's me, the protagonist of Uru. I have perfect platforming prowess. Pixel perfect jumps. Definitely not doomed at all. I can make this jump, no problem. I didn't even press jump. Cool. I mean, I did press jump, but I did that thing where I'm pressing it right on the edge, and apparently it doesn't, like, trigger in time. Like, maybe you have to release it before you hit the ledge or something. No. That might be possible. Oh no. The worst kind of jump ever in video games is the one that looks almost possible. Because then you're gonna keep trying. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to press jump the last second, but that just means that I'm just not pressing it in time half the time. I'm trying to nail this. They just had it. There's even a tree here just to be an asshole. Come on. No, no. Why'd there have to be a tree there? I also don't know why I want to do this. I don't know, there's a sequence of them. It looks like a platforming level. Cool. Platforming is like the worst mistake this game ever made. And not just because of that one level where I'd fall through the level every time I tried to do the mandatory platforming ahead. But just because, like, the controls are so iffy. Come on. No? I mean, maybe there's like a page on the end or something. Or nothing. I've got to check, right? It's the most interesting thing that's happened in the last 20 minutes. I'm basically pixel hunting right now. Oh. These are unreasonably tall pillars. There's no way they would stand, right? Well, I made it. That was exciting. Yep. Here I am. I'm over here, which is not over there. What a life change. Hit. Oh. Goodbye. I think those are new. I think that's what changed. Let's try to verify some of this stuff. A bunch of the stuff is subtle enough that it's hard to notice. Do I have to load back in? Is it different? Or is it the same roof? I don't know. I'm not totally sure. As far as I'm aware, things have been subtly changing over time. In particular, probably the most noticeable one is, I think, this fountain. This stream, I don't think was here when I came here. So I think the Relto pages change what's here as you find them. But they are so hard to notice. And that might have been new? Like, everything naturally fits with the aesthetic. And I don't spend much time here and don't really commit it to memory because there's nothing to do here besides access your books. Which is kind of speaks to the previous thing I was talking about, just the idea of, like, because I'm not engaging with the location because there's nothing to do in it. It's really hard to remember anything about the location as a result. Can I make this jump? Yes, I can. Do not fall off, please. Of course, the follow-up question is there a reason to make this jump? I don't know. No! I think I'm just kind of searching for meaning in the world around me. And so I'm like, I don't know, those weird pillars, maybe I should jump on them and they'll lead somewhere. I think what I'm missing right now is that when I play a Myst game, I usually have like a list of like 10 mysteries in the back of my head that I'm trying to figure out. Like, look at all these things. How do I solve them? When is that gonna make sense to me? That machine's weird. That kind of stuff. And I haven't had a lot of that. And I especially don't have it now that I've finished the 4 main ages. No. I mean, there's no reason to do this because there's clearly not anything up there. Like I was hoping to find something up there. But I at least want to stand on top now. Haha. Hey, you can see the Relto. That's a decently framed camera angle right there. A nice image. If I can get my mouse off the screen. There we go. That would be a good desktop wallpaper. They're still pretty games, and I do like the history. I do like delving into the history of the locations. It's just this game's a little too heavy on the history and a little too light on the stuff to do sometimes. Because holy crap, you walk in that room and there's like, oh yeah, each of these books is like 10 pages long, and there's like 30 books here. So enjoy reading literally entire novels worth of writing. And I'm like, I mean, that's cool, but not why I'm here necessarily. I'm not making it back. Goodbye. Put that into the list of things I'd never do in real life because the fall would be disastrous, and even without the fall, just the heights would be terrifying. Alright, well, let's see if I can find anything. I think part of my issue is I'm having trouble parsing, like, how all these locations and books connect. Not only just which locations connect to each other with a, you know, without a lack of real map or anything, like a Fez style map or anything, but also I can't remember where the books and stuff are most of the time, really. But that's clearly the city. It's probably the one I was just at. It looks like the city. It's the same library. I may have done that one already. I can't tell where these are. I don't know, I've gone the whole loop around. But to see? I can't recognize these places by the icon. No, it's just here. Huh. Are all of those locations just places I've already been to by just exploring this place on foot? Yeah, here I am now. None of these doors open. I'm gonna have to get a new mouse. This mouse is starting to grind on the mouse pad. Like the pads have worn down enough that it's making like a scratching sound on the mouse pad. That's gonna drive me crazy. I also need to replace my chair because every time I move at all, it makes shockingly loud noises. There's gotta be a better way, right? There isn't, is there? No. Huh. I don't have a book to that place, do I? Because of the Nexus? What, did they ever use this whole bottom row for anything? You're something else. Kind of want to go back to the hydroelectric dam looking place and solve that place, but I have already gone back there once or twice and I'm straight up like not sure what to do next there either. This place I'm also not sure of. It has the weird marble you can push up the hallway. So if I want to check out that, if I want to check that room for the things that are in it, I need to warp to my Relto, then warp here, then click on this guy, then click on Kurel, then click on that, wait for this thing to spin. I don't know what these symbols mean. There are 4 of them. Then I click on the book that shows up. Then I run down this hallway. Then I go to this door, which opens to the weird chamber that has 5 linking books things in it. And then I just try them all one by one. And I have to do that entire process to get back here every time, because there's no undo button on linking if it's not a two-way link. Are these all just the same? Are they just 5 locations of the place I've already explored? Like that, isn't that the library? I'm not super certain. Let's just click on things. Ooh. Ooh. One of you is a different thing. Ooh. Did I just guess really well? I got lucky. Okay. Title: The Great Zero. Draft copy 1.04 ZRC. Welcome to the Great Zero. You'll notice a number of different areas to the Great Zero structure, as well as a number of various machines. We apologize for the great detail, but the structure and related mechanisms and systems are somewhat complicated. Antechamber. You are currently standing in the Great Zero antechamber. Though you can see the Great Zero machinery through the small window, access to the Great Zero courtyard is not available directly from the antechamber. In order to access the plaza, you'll have to upload 5 Great Zero markers, GZMs, into the Great Zero system and link into the plaza via your nexus. The Great Zero marker GZM uploads. Great Zero markers found in numerous locations throughout the cavern are fairly easy to find, and by following a few easy steps, simple to upload onto the system. 1. Once you have a key version 2.0 or higher, which you have if you've linked here by way of the Nexus, you will need to upgrade your key to retrieve marker coordinates. That can be done easily by placing your key into the upload machine in this room. The first time a key is inserted, the system will enable your key to retrieve markers. If you see 5 faint colored lights on your key, then you have properly enabled your key to retrieve markers. 2. Find GZMs. They are located throughout the cavern in a variety of locations. Please note that markers can be in a large variety of places and not just the more common paths. However, be aware that these markers will not be visible unless they sense an upgraded key within 25 feet. Who made this and why? Is this a fun theme park for people? Like, this doesn't serve a mechanical purpose to like hide the keys everywhere and be like, go find them for fun. So this must be like a fun activity for people to wander in or something. Like they're trying to create a scavenger hunt, I guess. It's weird. Before the point, they are visible to the naked eye as long as there's an unobstructed view. The small light in your key will also begin to flash as an indicator. Once you see the GZM, you will need to touch it. You will know that the GZM has been registered if one of the faint lights turns solid. Once you've found 5 GZMs and have 5 solid lights on your key, you will need to return here to the antechamber and upload your GZMs into the system. You can use the same machine you used to initiate your key to do that. The Great Zero Courtyard. Once you've uploaded 5 GZMs, you will find a new link in your Nexus. That link will take you to the Great Zero Courtyard, the central location of the Great Zero Neutrino Dispenser. 2. You will see another upload machine inside of the courtyard, as well as a couple of doors toward the back of the room. Great Zero Calibration Center access. The calibration center located beyond the courtyard cannot be accessed unless a key has registered more GZMs, more than the 5 that are needed to access the courtyard. Registering is done the same way as listed above. You'll have a new set of faint lights. As GZMs are found, they will turn solid again. Once the second set of GZMs have been uploaded in either the courtyard or the antechamber, the doors leading to the calibration center will automatically open for you from that point forward. Great Zero Calibration Center. 1. Most important to the calibration center are the 4 Great Zero maintenance units, GZMU. Oh, great, similar names. Toward the back, as well as the calibration imager, CI. 2. Once you have uploaded 20 GZ markers, we're gonna get a lot of these apparently, in upload machines in either the antechamber or courtyard, you will be allowed access to the machines and the ability to find a new type of marker known as the Calibration Great Zero Marker. CGZM. Okay. Calibration Great Zero Markers, CGZMs. Once you have reached the Great Zero Calibration Center, your key only needs to finish the calibration process by synchronizing calibrations with the Great Zero itself. There are 4 machines that enable you to carry out the final task. You will need to receive a coordinate from one of the 3 machines, the 4th is not yet available, and find the single marker at that coordinate. Similar to the early markers, it will only become visible when you have entered a certain radius, and you will have to touch it. After you have found the first one, you will need to return to the calibration center and insert your key into one of the machines. At that time, you'll be able to read one of the 3 coordinates on your key. Coordinates. That's significant. A key's going to be able to read coordinates? If I understand coordinates, then that's really useful, because then I can figure out what that clue is. That clue that somebody left the guy in that place where I read that guy's journals, the big read we did. He had coordinates from a coworker. After the second, you'll be able to read 2. After the third, you'll be able to read 3. At that point, the 4th will become available. After you have found the 4th marker, your key will be calibrated. If the Great Zero has not been turned on, it will also be turned on. Is that true, Laxman? We obviously haven't tested this. And you're finished. Congratulations. We at the DRC hope that this document has provided you with a better understanding of the key and Great Zero functionality. We also hope you realize how vital your success is to help calibrate the Great Zero. We appreciate your support greatly. Is this too mushy? Might be a little over the top. Again, thank you for visiting the Great Zero, and we appreciate your patience and support. Huh. It sounds like they had grunt work they wanted people to do. Like, basically the idea was that they had this task that needed to get done, and they didn't have the staff to do it. So they wanted tourists to come in and do a fun scavenger hunt that also fulfills the scientific goal, because I guess this must be a simple and safe enough exercise that random people coming in that are paying to be here would do it as like a fun little adventure. And those people would generate enough labor to supplement how much can actually be offered by the workers. I'm probably gonna have to review that document in the future to keep track of it all. Alright, this is a key location. They said my thing's calibrated if 5 lights come up. Oh, now this outside circle makes more sense. So that's how many GZ things I'm supposed to find is enough to fill in this whole thing. It turned red. Oh, hey, there it is. Okay. How many of them are around here? Is it flash white when there's nothing around and it flashes red when there is something around? And do I turn it in? Wait, what? Double check that. Oh, the first one didn't light up, the other 4 did. So I need to find 5 of them and then come back. Let's review the beginning part again. Yeah, in order to get a 2.0, we need to get 5 BZMs. Numerous locations around the cavern. No, you're saying I already have a 2.0. I'm not sure when that happened. But I still need to upgrade to get the coordinates. So 5 GZMs are located throughout the cavern in various locations. The cavern. Oh, they mean the entire Denis city. Shit. It's a big area to explore. Wait, am I now re-exploring the same area? Oh, cool, you linked me back to the Nexus, so I don't have to go back to my Relto. It works for me. Alright. If only I'd found this first, huh? I think my goal is now to re-explore the same area. Oh, they could be anywhere. I'm thinking I'll start at the library courtyard because it's the furthest from any other location. I'm going to be very disappointed if my goal is just to go on a scavenger hunt, though. Because that's not really what Myst is kind of supposed to be. It's at least supposed to be like, you know, there's supposed to be some actual puzzles. But this is me running around in the entire Denis city. Because that's the cavern, right? I run around this entire area waiting for this thing to look red. And chirp at me or something. And then hopefully find things. Some of these areas are wide open too. I hope I'm not misinterpreting this and that I'm on the right track at least. But yeah, I think that means my goal is just to run around everywhere. The downstairs one opens, right? There might be one in the museum. Sorry, not museum, library. Honestly though, isn't this entire everything a museum? Yeah, there's one here. Too far away from it. Over here. Stay in red. Could be downstairs. Seems like oh, it might be over there. By the far end. Yeah, it's lighting up again. There it is. Cool. Admittedly, it would have been better if I had this before I explored the whole place. But instead, I've fully explored the entire city without having this device. So now I need to re-explore the whole thing, but now without exploring, because I know the whole place. Huh. Interesting. So like before I made my joke that I was like, oh look, Ubisoft started working, the Myst people started working with Ubisoft and suddenly the game's full of collectibles, and it was a little unfair at the time because I was talking about the handprints you collect to get through each level. But now it is accurate. They're straight up a collectible I'm supposed to run around in this map and find. And they're not checkpoints. They don't individually feature much gameplay or do much of anything for you. And you don't do much of anything interesting to get them. I straight up run around this map, staring in this corner to see when it turns red. This is the weirdest inclusion. I'm straight up having like the thought of like my how Cyan has fallen. If this was what they went with. I feel like it would have benefited to at least lock the player into finding it first. Like making sure they have this tool already before they get a chance to run around inside this area. So at least you can try to ensure that they'll already have this mechanic unlocked before they fully explore the entire zone and then just have to backtrack through the entire thing. I have 5. Can I have more? Probably, I might not be able to. I don't think I can. No. I have my 5 and it's not blinking anymore, so I think I need to leave, upgrade it, and then I can probably get the rest. Which means more backtracking because I have to run to where I just left off and then continue forward again. Huh. Unfortunately, none of these are a shortcut into there. I think going to Kirel is the fastest way to get there. It's weird because it's a thing that's all about upgrading my key and so on, and these are all key reader checkpoints, but none of those checkpoints are in the location where I'm supposed to feed the stuff to. That feels like an omission, doesn't it? None of the teleport spots are that room. It even links me back to the Nexus, like it knows I'm going to be heavily trafficking back and forth. That's the Nexus, whoops. Almost went right back. Autopilot's dangerous. So 1, 2, 3. I think it's you? Nope. Bad miscount. I guess it's 2 to the left. Instead of 3 to the right. There we go. Now I can carry a whole lot more. So I've achieved 2.0. You will need to return here and upload your GZMs to the system. You can use the same machine you used to initiate your key to do that. Now we have a new link in our Nexus. The link will take you to the Great Zero Courtyard, the central location of the Great Zero Neutrino Dispenser. There's an upload machine there. I guess we'll see how many I can find in there, instead of re-exploring that zone. Maybe I can get enough from the new place?